My wife accused me of cheating to cover her own tracks, screaming "I can't trust you" to make me feel guilty. I hired a PI who found her at a motel. When she came home demanding an apology, I simply played the PI's video on the living room TV in front of her parents, and then 35 male. Never imagined I'd be the guy writing one of these posts, but here we are. Buckle up, because this is messy. My wife, 33, and I have been married for 6 years. Things weren't perfect, but I thought we were solid. Until about 2 months ago, when she started this thing where she'd accuse me of cheating. Out of nowhere. It started small. "You're working late a lot. Who's texting you? Why are you smiling at your phone?" I work in IT. My late nights are literally me staring at code and eating cold pizza. My texts are from my brother and my college roommate who sends me memes. I showed her my phone multiple times. Full access, nothing to hide. But she kept escalating. Started going through my stuff when I was in the shower. Checked my car for evidence. Even called my boss once asking if I was really at work. The kicker? 3 weeks ago, she completely blew up at me in front of our friends at a barbecue. Full meltdown. Screaming about how I'm probably sleeping with someone from work and how she can't trust me anymore. I was mortified. Our friends were uncomfortable as hell. I tried to calm her down, said we'd talk at home. She stormed off. At home, more screaming. More accusations. Then she hit me with, "I want to see a marriage counselor. You need to prove you're not cheating. I deserve better than this." Something clicked in my head. The whole thing felt wrong. Too aggressive. Too defensive. Like she was trying to make me the bad guy for something. So I did what any sane person would do when their gut is screaming at them. I hired a PI. Cost me $2,500 up front for 2 weeks of surveillance. My buddy from college recommended the guy. Former detective, super professional. Told my wife I'd do the counseling, whatever she wanted. She seemed satisfied. Probably thought she'd broken me down. The PI started following her on Monday. By Wednesday, he had something. She'd been meeting a guy at a coffee shop every morning after I left for work. Real cozy, holding hands across the table, kissing in the parking lot. Thursday, they went to a motel, the Riverside Inn, that sketchy place off the highway. Checked in at 11 a.m., came out at 2 p.m. Friday, same thing. Different motel this time. The PI sent me photos, timestamps, video footage, everything documented. Professional grade evidence. I felt like I'd been punched in the stomach. But also, vindicated. I wasn't crazy. She was projecting her guilt onto me. I called her parents. "Hey, can you come over Sunday afternoon? Need to discuss something important with you and your daughter." They said yes. They're traditional folks. Big on family, marriage vows, the whole thing. Sunday comes. She doesn't know they're coming. I told her we needed to talk about us, and she agreed, probably thinking she'd get to scream at me more. Her parents show up at 2 p.m. She's confused, but plays it off. Oh, what a nice surprise. We all sit in the living room. Coffee table in the center. I've got my laptop ready. So I start, "We've been having some issues lately. Specifically, accusations about me cheating." Her dad nods. "She mentioned you've been distant." "Right, so I want to clear the air, show everyone exactly what's been going on." I open my laptop, connect it to the TV, pull up the PI's first video. Her at the coffee shop, kissing that guy. The room goes silent. Her face goes white. What is this?" "Keep watching," I say calmly. Next video. Motel footage. Her and him walking into a room together, holding hands. Her mom gasps. Her dad's face turns red. You had someone follow me?" My wife screams. "That's insane. That's stalking. That's legal," I interrupt, "and necessary, considering you've been accusing me of exactly what you're doing." Her mom starts crying. Her dad stands up, looks at his daughter. "Is this true?" She tries the waterworks. "Dad, he drove me to this. He's always working. He ignores me. I was lonely." "Who is he?" her dad asks. Silence. "Who is he?" Louder this time. "Someone from my book club," she whispers. "Book club?" She told me she was going to yoga on Thursday mornings. Lies on top of lies. "I want a divorce," I say. "I'm filing tomorrow." She loses it. Starts screaming about how I violated her privacy and how I'm controlling and abusive. Tells her parents I'm manipulating the situation. Her dad cuts her off. "You're in a motel in these videos, with another man. On video, what exactly is being manipulated?" Her mom is sobbing. Keeps saying, "How could you do this to your marriage?" My wife tries a different angle. turns to me with tears streaming. Baby, please, it was a mistake. A stupid mistake. I love you. I'll end it right now. Please don't do this. You accused me of cheating for 2 months, I say. Made me feel like garbage. Made me question my sanity. Called my boss. Humiliated me in front of our friends. All while you were the one cheating. I was scared, she sobs. Scared you'd find out. I panicked. That's not how innocent people act, her dad says quietly. He looks destroyed. Her parents left an hour later. Her dad didn't even hug her goodbye. Just walked out, shaking his head. After they left, she tried everything. Promised to cut contact with the guy. Begged for counseling. Said she'd do anything. I told her to sleep in the guest room. Filed for divorce the next morning. Update 1 week later. Holy hell, the fallout has been something else. First, let me address some DMs I got. Yes, the PI was legal. I live in a one-party consent state and everything was documented in public places. Yes, I knew there was a risk she'd flip out. Worth it. So after I filed, things got nuclear fast. The day after her parents found out, she started damage control, called everyone we know. Her version? I'm an abusive, controlling husband who hired someone to stalk her, and she made one mistake because I was emotionally neglecting her. My phone blew up, her friends tearing into me, her sister called me a psychopath. Even some of my friends were like, dude, hiring a PI is kind of intense. I sent the video to anyone who questioned me. Just the coffee shop footage, not the motel stuff that shut most of them up real quick. But her core group? Still defending her. Everyone makes mistakes. Marriage is hard. You should have communicated better. Communicated what exactly? Hey honey, please stop cheating on me while accusing me of cheating. Then came the financial games. We have a joint checking account for bills. I've been the primary earner. I make about $95K. She makes $40, working part-time at an art gallery. Joint account has auto deposits from both our paychecks. 3 days after I filed, I checked the account. She'd withdrawn $8,000. Just took it. Left about $1,200 for bills. I called her. Where's the money? My money, she says. I needed it for a security deposit. I'm moving out. That's bill money. Mortgage is due in 5 days. Figure it out. You're the one who wants this divorce. I had to cover the mortgage from my personal savings. Called my lawyer immediately. She said we'd address it in court, but to document everything. Then my wife started showing up at my office. Just appeared in the lobby, crying, making a scene. Security had to escort her out twice. Second time, she was screaming about how I destroyed our family and how she's getting death threats online because of me. I never posted anything online except that one vague status. But apparently some mutual friend shared the videos in a group chat and it spread. Not my problem. Her affair partner? Dude's married too. His wife found out, not from me, from someone else. He's apparently getting divorced now. My wife tried to blame me for that too. You ruined his life. He ruined his own life when he started sleeping with married women, I said. The entitlement is insane. She genuinely believes she's the victim here. Yesterday she sent me a long email, pages of it, about how our marriage lost its spark and how I stopped trying and how she deserves passion and romance. How meeting this guy reminded her what love feels like. Ended it with, I hope someday you can forgive me and we can be friends. I still care about you. I forwarded it to my lawyer with the subject line, evidence of adultery. Oh, and remember that artifact I mentioned? My grandfather's compass. He was in the Navy, gave it to me before he died, engraved with his initials. Literally the only thing of his I have. I kept it in my study in a display case. It's been there since we moved into this house. Noticed it was missing 2 days ago. Checked everywhere. Finally texted her. Where's the compass? I don't know what you're talking about. My grandfather's compass. From the case in my study. Oh, that. I must have packed it by accident when I grabbed my stuff. I'll look for it. She didn't pack anything for my study. She took it on purpose. Probably as some weird power play or bargaining chip. Called my lawyer again. She's adding it to the list of grievances. Apparently taking items of sentimental value during separation can look really bad in court. Court date for temporary orders is in 3 weeks. My lawyer says the money withdrawal and the compass thing work in my favor. Plus the whole she cheated and tried to gaslight me about it thing. Meanwhile, my wife's been posting cryptic Facebook statuses. When you love someone, you forgive them. Some people just want revenge instead of reconciliation. And it takes two people to break a marriage. Don't believe everything you see. Her friends, eat it up. Stay strong. You deserve better. He never deserved you. I don't engage. Just screenshot everything for court. Found out through a mutual friend that she's already back with the affair partner. They're officially together now. Less than 2 weeks after I filed for divorce. Classy. Update 2, 3 weeks later. Court was yesterday. And man, the entitlement reached new heights before we even got there. First, let me back up. 2 weeks ago, my wife's lawyer sent a demand letter. She wants half of everything, including my 401k, which I've been contributing to since before we met. Spousal support of $2,000 a month for at least 3 years. The house, either I buy her out at full value or we sell and split. Her legal fees paid by me. The car, a 2019 SUV in both our names, but I make the payments. Full custody of our dog. We don't have kids, just the dog. A golden retriever I got from a rescue before we even met. She barely walks him. My lawyer laughed at the demand letter. They're trying to scare you. Adultery matters here. She's not getting half this. But my wife wasn't done with the pre-court games. She started calling my parents, crying to them about how their son abandoned her in her time of need. My mom's pretty traditional, felt bad for her at first. I had to show my parents the videos too. That ended the sympathy calls. Then she tried to get me fired. Called my company's HR, claiming I was using company resources for personal matters, the PI, and creating a hostile work environment by spreading rumors. HR called me in. I explained the situation calmly, showed them that I used my personal laptop and personal funds for everything. They dismissed her complaint, but warned me to keep personal matters outside of work. The audacity of this woman. She showed up at my workplace causing scenes, but I'm the problem? Week before court, she escalated hard. Showed up at the house, she's been staying with her sister, started pounding on the door at 11 p.m. I didn't answer. She sat on the porch for 2 hours, crying, yelling about how I owe her a conversation. Neighbors called the cops. They told her to leave. She played the victim hard. He has my belongings. He won't let me get my stuff. Cop looked at me. I pulled up the email chain with her lawyer showing we'd scheduled 3 different times for her to get her things, and she no-showed every time. Cop told her to coordinate through lawyers and left. But the real kicker? The compass. Remember my grandfather's compass she accidentally packed? My lawyer subpoenaed her to return it. She claimed she couldn't find it, said it must have gotten lost in the move. 2 days before court, her affair partner posted on Facebook a photo of him and my wife at some park, and right there, hanging from a chain around his neck, my grandfather's compass. I damn near put my fist through a wall, sent the screenshot to my lawyer immediately. She was pissed. This is good for us, terrible for them. Now court day. We're in front of a judge for temporary orders. These decide how things work until the divorce is final. My lawyer presents everything: the affair evidence, the money withdrawal, the compass, her showing up at my work, the harassment. Her lawyer tries to spin it. My client was in an emotionally vulnerable state. The marriage had been failing for months. She made a mistake, yes, but opposing counsel's client responded with disproportionate aggression. Judge asks my wife directly, "Did you withdraw $8,000 from a joint account 3 days after your husband filed for divorce?" "Yes, but..." "Did you take an item belonging to your husband, a family heirloom, and give it to your paramour?" She stutters. "I didn't. It was an accident." Judge pulls up the Facebook photo on the court screen. This man is wearing the compass in question, posted 2 days ago. Her lawyer jumps in. "Your Honor, my client has been under extreme emotional distress." "Emotional distress doesn't justify theft or financial manipulation," the judge says flatly. The temporary orders came down. House stays mine. I keep paying mortgage. She gets the car but has to start making the payments herself. No spousal support until final hearing. She has to return the compass within 48 hours or face contempt charges. She pays her own legal fees for now. Dog stays with me. Judge noted I'm the registered owner and primary caregiver. She's barred from coming to my home or workplace. My wife started crying. Loud, dramatic sobs. "This isn't fair. He stalked me." Judge cut her off. "Ma'am, Hiring a licensed investigator is not stalking. Having evidence of adultery and presenting it is not abuse. Withdrawing large sums from joint accounts and taking items that don't belong to you, however, reflects poorly on your credibility. We left the courthouse. She was hysterical in the hallway, her lawyer trying to calm her down. Her affair partner showed up, bold move, and she collapsed into his arms wailing about how the system is rigged against women. Got a text from her that night. "Hope you're happy. You've destroyed me, taken everything. I have nothing." I replied, "You still have your affair partner, and you have 48 hours to return my compass or you'll be held in contempt." She sent back, "F you." Classy. Final update, 2 months later. Divorce is finalized. Wanted to give one last update since so many of you have been following this mess. After the temporary orders, my wife tried a few more stunts before reality finally hit. The compass situation. She didn't return it in 48 hours. Her affair partner couldn't find it. My lawyer filed for contempt. We went back to court. Judge gave her 1 more week. Suddenly it appeared. Left it on my doorstep in a plastic bag. No case, no protective wrapping. There's a small dent in it now that wasn't there before. I was livid, but my lawyer said to let it go. We got it back. That's what matters. Push harder and you risk looking petty. Still makes me furious. That compass survived my grandfather's Navy service, but got damaged because my ex is a spiteful child. The money. She tried to claim the $8,000 was her share of our savings and she was entitled to take it. Judge didn't buy it. She was ordered to pay back $6,000 since some of it was legitimately her money too. She hasn't paid yet. My lawyer's working on enforcement. The affair lasted exactly 3 weeks after court. Turns out being the other woman is exciting. Being the broke, scorned ex-wife living with her sister? Not so much. He dumped her via text. She called me crying about it. I didn't answer. She left a voicemail. "You ruined my life. You ruined my relationship. I hope you're happy." Forwarded it to my lawyer in case we needed evidence of continued harassment. The divorce settlement came down last month. House is mine. I refinanced to remove her name, gave her 30 cales as her equity share. Way less than she wanted, but fair given the circumstances. 401k stays mostly mine. She got a small percentage from the marital years only. She keeps the car and the loan. No spousal support. Judge cited adultery and her bad faith actions. She got some furniture and her personal belongings. Dog stays with me. She didn't even fight this in the end. She pays half of her legal fees. I pay mine. Her lawyer tried to argue that the adultery shouldn't matter, that it's a no-fault state. My lawyer clapped back that while the state may be no fault, judges still have discretion on asset division and support, and my wife's pattern of behavior showed bad faith. Judge agreed. My wife sobbed through the whole final hearing. Kept saying it wasn't fair. Her lawyer looked exhausted. When it was done, she tried to approach me in the hallway. "Can we talk, please?" "No, we're divorced. We have nothing to talk about." I'm sorry. I really am. I made mistakes. I was confused. You accused me of cheating while you were cheating. You tried to gaslight me into thinking I was crazy. You stole from our account. You took my grandfather's compass and damaged it. You harassed me at work. You tried to manipulate your parents and mine. Those weren't mistakes. That's who you are. She started crying harder. Her sister showed up and pulled her away, shooting me a dirty look. Fine by me. Found out later through mutual friends, the few we still share, that she's moved back in with her parents. The affair partner blocked her on everything. She's apparently going through a rough time and struggling financially. Her parents, from what I hear, are pretty cold to her now. Her dad especially. That display in my living room killed a lot of their sympathy. Her mom called me once, a couple weeks ago. "I know things are over between you two, but she's still my daughter. She's struggling. Could you maybe help her out? Just a little bit?" "No," I said. "She made her choices. She can live with them." "Don't you have any compassion?" I had plenty of compassion. She killed it when she cheated on me and then tried to destroy my reputation to cover it up. She hung up on me. As for me, I'm doing okay, better than okay, honestly. The house is mine, redecorated it. Feels like my space now. Got the dog full time. He's happy, spoiled rotten. Work is good. Actually got promoted 2 months ago. More money, better projects, started seeing someone new. Nothing serious yet, but she's kind and honest and doesn't play mind games. Refreshing. Still dealing with trust issues, not gonna lie. My therapist says that's normal after what I went through. Working on it. The compass is in a new case, locked this time. The dent bothers me every time I see it, but it's also a reminder. A reminder that I stood up for myself. That I didn't let her gaslight me into thinking I was crazy. To everyone who messaged with support, thank you. To the few who said I went too far with the PI, respectfully, you're wrong. If I hadn't hired him, I'd still be getting accused of cheating while she continued her affair. I'd be the one looking crazy in divorce court. Instead, I had evidence. Cold, hard, documented evidence. And that made all the difference. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Trust your gut. When someone's accusing you of something they're doing, believe it and protect yourself. My ex thought she could have her cake and eat it too. Thought she could keep me as the stable option while she had her fun. Thought wrong. The divorce is final, the house is mine, the dog is mine, my life is mine again. That's enough for me.